Hey there guys, just restarting the scenario so that we don't lose any time. Let's see what we're doing. So we're currently going to be locking doors. Assuming the master key's in already. Actually it isn't. No, we need to just do that, I think. There we go. And we want to be forward. I'm going to throw some lights on here as well by the looks of things. We certainly don't want tail lights on, we're going that way. Day. There we go. Okay. So, we don't want emergency brake, that's for sure. I think we can go now. Why aren't we moving? Don't tell me it's because I did the emergency brake. Come on, like me. You don't like me. Oh dear. What a fail. Oh, we'll start again. I'll have a bit of luck maybe. Right, okay, let's try again, eh? Right, okay. First things. Master key in. Reverser, forward. Were the doors open? Oh, the doors... I bet the doors were open. I bet that was why it wouldn't let us reset the brakes. But still, we're not going to do... We're not going to do the emergency brake this time. As you can see, the 484, I do have to say, what a lovely, lovely train. And for some reason, we've got headlights on the back. You can't just unlock these doors as well, you have to do it here. Right, okay, let's run down there and sort out the lights because, yeah, not a huge fan of tail lights not being on. Yeah, it's a bit fiddly, which I don't mind, to be honest with you. I like the fact you've got to do it authentically, but this should be right, surely. There we go, right, okay. Can we close this door from the outside? There we go, right, good. Okay, we're slightly behind. We're going to have to make up for it. Probably have to break the speed limit a little bit, but not to worry. And once again, authentically, we need to close this door properly. There we go, that's closed. Right, okay. Taking a seat. And reverser is forward. This is done. Our lights are correct. And what we'll do is, I think if we just ease this forward. We're going to lock the doors now. Give a little whistle. And I think we can get going. There we go, that's better. Is there any windows we can open? I don't think there is, you know. Well, there we go, guys. Anyway, we're off. And we're away. It's only 1 mile to the next stop. Pretty normal. Pretty normal. Quite a bit of power on now. So these trains have replaced the old... So let me explain from the start. So this route now that you can buy here is a route that doesn't require the original Isle of Wight pack, although to purchase this it's only $14.99 as opposed to the full price of $24.99. That's great. I mean, it's a bargain really, because you don't need the original route as so many do, and you get the whole route and the train, and it's much cheaper than usual. I'm not too sure why that is. And so far, I've basically done the training, which I uploaded a video for earlier. And yeah, that's about it really. What I will say is the brakes feel a little underpowered, to be quite honest with you, compared with the acceleration that you get. And yeah, guess we just have to see how it goes with this train. Just getting used to it really. Thankfully we don't have a red signal up ahead, so we can kind of play around with the judgment on this one. But we should be arriving about now. Oh gosh. Oh wow, yeah. Yeah. The brakes are... Oh my days. Okay, we'll get used to it, we'll get used to it. We're getting used to it, guys. We're getting used to it. We have overshot the station though by quite a bit there. I don't think it's going to let us just open the doors now and claim this one. Nope, it's definitely not. Right, we'll close the doors. Normally I think we'd be on the radio here asking for this reverse. But we are very late now. Well, we're only a minute actually. I guess it's not the end of the world, right? Nice little reverse up to our stopping point. There we go, that'll do. That would have made a nice stop if it was actually the first time round. Not to worry. A couple of people all the way down the other end of the train. Oh well. Sorry folks. We'll get you next time. One of those Dinosoft toys, I wonder what they're about. They were mentioned in the tutorial though, so it's clearly a thing. There we go, right. We'll put this thing back into forward, I believe. There we go. And off we go. Nice bit of power. It's quite powerful, the acceleration's quite decent on this one, you know? For an EMU, yeah. I mean, there's a few EMUs available. Train Sim World 2. This one, like its predecessor, very decent on the acceleration. Not so hot on the brakes, you have to take account of that. We are definitely running late now, so we should have been there by now. I think we'll just break the speed limit just a little bit. Heading slightly downhill. Wow, you can see the actual hill for once. That's odd. If for Train Sim World, I mean, you normally cannot see the hill. We're going to be braking pretty hard here because we're coming down to a 15 mph speed limit in just a moment. So yeah, hitting the brakes hard here, but good to see, actually, the fact that you're coming down a hill for once in Train Sim World. You normally can't tell. Well, I can't anyway. So yeah, that's good. Here we go. So this original route, it's kind of the similar train to the London Underground style trains. So this 484, as I say, is quite nippy really compared with the previous one. But yeah, to be honest with you, I never really was that good on the original route anyway. Constant hitting the red lights, but I don't know what it is. But I do feel as if this sort of reinvigorated route, all the new stuff that they've added and modernised it, generally speaking, I think it really does make a big difference to it, because I was just amazed to see that you could see that you're going downhill. Sorry, I'm still not quite over that. Okay, so we've got about 4 minutes to our next stop. 1.8 miles. Maybe alright actually. We do have a red light though coming up. Oh, it's gone green now, that's good. And we do have a speed limit there, restriction of 15 mph, which we're going to breeze to because we are running pretty far behind here. And we don't want to be blowing past that 45 mph speed limit too much, to be fair. I think that's about right. Heading slightly downhill again. Hope everyone's enjoying the weather. I personally love the heat. I've been trying to drink as much water as possible. It's a nice shot. So yeah, we played on the PS5 version, so there's some routes that I've got for the PS5, some that I've got for the Xbox. The only unfortunate thing is, from the Xbox you can't stream to YouTube. So yeah, stream to Twitch sometimes with Train Sim World 2. If you're not following me on Twitch, I'd love it if you'd do that. That would be awesome. You will be able to find a link to my Twitch in the description. But yeah, guys, I mean, the ability to just hit this whistle again. The ability to stream to YouTube is one of the things, reasons why I've been buying routes now on the PlayStation instead. I think it's a big part of being able to bring the content that I really want to bring. Steady on the brakes a tiny bit there. Just keep this thing rolling through. I think just being able to hit this station, I think, with good timing might be important. We've got a couple of minutes, to be fair. It's been a bit lenient here. A couple of minutes to this next stop, considering how late we were with the other one. Mind you, we do have a red light coming up, so I'm going to be a bit more conservative on the brakes this time, just coming in here. Breaking the speed limit quite heavily as well, which isn't ideal. Come on, come on. Ooh, that was close. Look at how close we were to that red light. That would have been game over. Yeah, I don't like the fact that it's completely game over when you hit the red lights. I think you should be able to go through them and maybe get told off. I'm not too sure what happens in real life when a train driver runs a red light. I'm sure they get the emergency brakes on the train and things of that nature, because obviously it's sometimes, well, most commonly a symbol of, you know, two trains being on the same track at the same time. That's certainly not what you want. Let's see if we've got a train there passing. Oh yeah, it's a single line coming up, so that's why. So as soon as this train gets beyond this light here, ours will turn the correct colour. We've got a little bit of a wait here anyway. We've got another 20 odd seconds wait before we can get going. Let's take another little swig of water here while we've got this time. Absolutely thirsty, to be fair. There we go. And we've got a green light as well. It's the other train. There it is. 3.3 miles to the next stop. 6 minutes to do so. Initially here a 50 mile per hour speed limit by the looks of things, going into a 40 mile per hour speed limit a little further off down the line. Fair number of people coming off that train across the way. I missed that whistle there because I was busy looking at the other train, but as you can see now we're going into the single rail, single track. Just about hit that 40 mile per hour speed limit. There we go, get a bit of power on. Ride St John's Road, platform 1 coming up next, so it's not a real long ride, this one. Hi there Wood Gaming, how's it going? Shame there's no windows on this train. I'd love to be able to hear the train from the outside without having to go externally. There we go. Very nice and smooth. Very nice and smooth. As you can see the draw distance there coming into effect. Still unfortunate that there's still only so far it would drive. So far it would draw, sorry, I mean. I'm really good, thanks. Loving the weather here in the UK. How are you doing? Let's keep the power up here. We're going uphill slightly. It's going to be a bit of a balancing act, this, just keeping the power blipped on and off, just to get us up this hill. Got a 45 mph speed limit coming up here, so we'll get a little bit more power on. Just keep an eye on the signals as well. I'll have to keep an eye on those. Are you a Train Sim World gamer, Wood gamer? Just keeping the power going steady here, just flicking it on and off because of the oh, there we go, downhill now. It's just sort of keeping the power, keeping us moving uphill, keeping the sort of speed up. Little tiny bit of brake now. Sometimes play this game with keyboard because I do find it easy to look. On the outside you can also switch off the hood if you want to. Yeah, I do appreciate everybody joining me in the chat. If there's anybody with me right now that'd like to say hello, I'm more than happy to interact. And this run as itself isn't too long, so I think we will do not only a run from one end of the route to the other, because it only takes about maybe 20 minutes, 25 minutes. I think we'll do a run back as well. If we can do that, if time allows. As you can see here, we're coming into a single again, and then not far to the end really, so not too long. Just keep flicking the power on and off. Be coming down to a 20 mph speed limit soon. I like the whistle as well on the keyboard. I might plug the keyboard in when we get to the other end of the route, because you can do a high and low whistle, which is here, without having to go like that. You can just do it with two separate key presses, which is a nice sound. Right, 20 mph speed limit, closing in fast, and then a stop at this station. Just easing the train down a little bit, just losing a little bit of speed so we don't overshoot. As I said, and we have seen it so far, we've witnessed it. This train doesn't brake really well. You do have to be on your guard, most definitely. We overshot station early on, and then we nearly hit the red light as well at one point as well. Once again, the brakes aren't fantastic. That's full service now, and it does take ages to slow down. It's not like stopping. There we go, though, we've managed it. Wow, why has it put the camera up there? Of all places. Where are we? Oh, there we are. So what we'll do when we get to the other end, we'll change the board. Yeah, we'll change the board when we get to the other end. I think you select it here. Alright, it won't let us do anything with it right now. is unfortunate. It let you do it in the training. What is going on? Yeah, it's odd that it won't let us change that now. So we've got a little wait here. Is there a train on the track? Not really, but I guess it just doesn't want us to be too early going into the station. I wonder if we're going to change tracks or if we'll stay on this one. Oh, by the looks of things, there's nowhere for us to switch. That's alright. We do go across the beautiful bridge though, that's for sure. It looks very nice, very picturesque. We'll get to locking the doors now, because by the time we do it, yeah, it's prompted us to do it now. And once again, camera. What's going on? Nice to see some of the scenery though here. The cars are nice, look at that. Right, let's get going. There we go, just a little bit of stutter there when it came up the station. Looked like the performance just stuttered a tiny bit. Look at these cars, man. Nicely modelled. Again, nice bit of modelling on the nice bit of modelling on the car park there. I was just looking at the red light, just wondering what that's about. Do we have another stop before the end? Oh yeah, we've got one stop there and it looks like we go across the bridge. Okay, fair enough. We've got a 15 mph speed limit coming up as well, so just taking it easy down here really, because we're going to go into this tunnel. Looks like our red light's a little bit forgiving anyway. It's a little bit further beyond the stopping point, so that should help. Hey Hamish, how's it going? Have you checked out this route yet? If so, how are you finding it? Did you play the previous one? Okay, we just want to head uphill here a little tiny bit, but a bit of a gradient, 2%. Keep it going. As I say, our stop is quite a bit before the red light, so yeah, it shouldn't be a problem. We have had an issue so far with understanding the sort of braking distance required for this train. It's a little bit more than what I thought it would be, considering the acceleration, so thankfully this is a bit of a slow stop, so not too much of a problem here. There we go. Door open. Yeah, I really love this bridge. I'm not too sure what it's called, but look at that. It really is quite picturesque. The only thing is a little bit unfortunate is the shadow draw distance there pops in as the cars sort of come and go. See the shadow distance there, a bit annoying. I'm surprised they haven't sorted it yet, to be honest with you. It's rather odd. That's our doors locked. We didn't hear it, a little bit far further away than usual. There we go. Oh, is that the end of the route? Oh, right, okay. Wasn't expecting that. I thought we were going across the bridge. Got a silver there, probably for overrunning the station, and then also almost running through a red light, but yeah, probably for overrunning the station and needing to reverse. We will actually go to free roam. So we've got a service which scheduled to start in about 3 minutes. I think we'll just hit the brakes again. Just stop here. I'm sure it'll take us across the bridge now. Not too sure about our return leg and how that's going to factor in. Whether we're even going the right way. I think if we weren't in the right driver's seat, it would tell us. Because... And in fact, we'll open the doors. I'm sure it'll tell us actually. If we're not going the right way right now, it'll tell us. I really hope it lets us cross the bridge though. It's funny how everybody stood around as if they're waiting for another service. Well, I guess we've got 2 minutes to wait, guys. I hope everybody's been enjoying the sun. Hope nobody's found it too hot. Hope you've got plenty of ice lollies on the go. I don't know, but for me personally, I've just been getting bottles of water and just sticking them in the fridge and or freezer and just been enjoying that. Been doing quite a lot of work around the house today, so in and out of the sun throughout the day. Thankfully not in it all day because that would be a killer. Just in terms of sunburn, I mean. The heat itself is pretty excessive, but I think even if you were in it all day, I think as long as you had a hat on or something, you'd probably be alright. Just getting into the shade though, I think would be important. But yeah, thankfully just in and out of the sun all day and really enjoying it, to be honest with you. I do love it. Not one to complain about the heat. That's for sure. I wonder what the temperature is like here on the Isle of Man. Isle of Wight, sorry. Hey dear me, the heat must be getting to me, I think. Wow, look at that. That's a bit unfortunate, isn't it? You should be able to switch that type of thing on and off and then decide if you want 60 frames per second or not, because that shadow draw distance in particular is... shadow or shading, absolutely dreadful. Same goes with our passengers there. You get to a certain distance there, the shadows just disappear altogether. Don't mean to point out the obvious, I just find it a bit of a break in the immersion that I think could be preserved. Okay, passengers are loading now. I guess they are, nobody's moving. Really technically at the end of that last run there they should already be loaded, so can't really see what the problem is. Guess we'll just wait a moment and then we'll be on the way, which will just be happening in just a moment really. We'll get the doors locked. We've got a red light, but obviously it's the end of the track, so of course it's going to be a red light in about 60 yards. And here we go. Oh, I love that you can do a nice wide view. The only thing is, the only problem is we're actually heading in completely the wrong direction. It should have told us to switch ends, it didn't. Okay, we've got a problem. Basically, this should be the rear. It is, look, it's set to tail as well, it's done it. Oh my days, right, okay, full service there. I'll switch this one off. And we can just go through this way. We'll close this door. I hope this doesn't cause any troubles. It won't let us open the door. Is it going to let us walk along the side of the platform? Oh, there's not much to get past there, is there? Right, okay. Can we close this door? Can we? Right, okay, there we go. Right. There's a bit of space for us to run down the side of the train. And it's only a short one. Okay. Right. Hopefully there isn't another train coming. Why won't it let us open the door? Come on. There we go. Right, okay, so we're learning from our mistakes. First thing. Key in. Forward. Oh, it is right. Okay. Yeah, our doors are all closed, so that's good. Right, let's get moving. In the right direction this time. Full power ahead. So these folks must be wondering what we are doing. Just imagine. I was hoping we were going to get to go across the bridge and get a nice shot there, but that was what was on my mind. Now we're switching over to the left side. Breaking the speed limit quite considerably, but not to worry. We're not really late. We've got 30 seconds to make it to the next platform, so... We've probably already blown our gold medal though on this return run. Wow, again, nice bit of scenery. They've done a great job, and like I say, you can buy this route, and it's not actually classed as a full route, even though you get the route with it, and you don't need the original Isle of Wight route to go with it. It blows my mind. But really, I mean, this sort of pricing is around about what it should be, in my opinion. $14.99 for a piece of DLC, and they've done a great job of it. Deserves the high praises, in my opinion. I'd like to hear that anybody that's played this and got some negative opinions on it, or things that they could have done better, creative criticism. Because to me this is just a really nice route and far better than the actual original Isle of Wight, in my opinion. And there we go. A couple of trains parked up over here. It's like one getting serviced here. And then another one just out of the shed. Nice little service pit here as well. It's a nice touch. Looks like there's a scenario there as well, which would be quite fun. Especially if you can yeah, especially if you can do some service bits and bobs. Got a 45 mph speed limit coming up here, which we will use. Oh yes, that's very powerful and good. Bit more power on again here. Just keeping the speed up. It's heading slightly uphill. Looks like we've got a red light when we come into this platform. It's likely because we're running on a single PC, although it's gone back to green light now, so that's good. Again, just keeping the power on and off as we're heading uphill here. There we go, there's the power of it. 45 miles per hour is about the speed limit on this track. It's about the track limit, and it's about right, to be fair. I mean, for a short run, single line. It's a bit of a slight incline here, not too bad at all. And then flattening out again. We're going downhill now, so be careful coming to this station that we don't brake too late. Actually got a 40 mile per hour speed limit coming up here as well, so braking down for that. There we go, nicely done. About a mile to go to our station, so a little bit to go. Thankfully we don't have a red light, so not too much of a stress really. The only thing I will say about this route, I guess, is a negative. If I was going to say a negative, it's kind of short. Yeah. I mean, it is short, to be fair, but you might like that. I do. I like that. I like that it's short. I prefer it that way because you can run up and down the track instead of just heading in one direction. Sometimes not feeling like you know the track. Sometimes feeling like you don't know kind of enough about the route. As where this one, it's easier to learn. There's more to kind of get accustomed to. There's more to take in. It's got more of a homely feel to it in some ways in that way because you can learn it easier. Having said that, we just went straight past the 15 mile per hour speed limit without doing a great deal to assist ourselves in getting down to the right speed. Having said that, we are doing pretty good for time though, that's the only thing. And again, we've got this red light. Just taking a look, a few stops to go. Sounds like there's no one coming in. Yeah, here we are. I wonder if you could actually play without the hood on this route. This train's definitely got that underground, London Underground sound to it. There's no doubt about that. And there we go, we're pretty much flying along now. The acceleration, the pickup on this train is really fantastic. It's just the brakes that are a little bit short in my opinion. Not too far to go to our next stop. Looks like 3 stops left. Before we reach the end of the line. We've got a bit more speed here, achievable. Just up to, going to push it up to 45 and then we'll be breaking down at 15 miles per hour shortly. Slightly uphill as well, so we can afford to have a little bit of power on. Got a 50 mile per hour speed limit coming up again here, so we'll just let it roll. So heading slightly uphill, so that should help us slow down a little bit. Got a couple of minutes to go before we've got to arrive at our next stop, so we're only about 400 yards to that stop, so yeah, just letting it roll like this is not a bad thing. So as we're slowing down here, 20. I guess you could go right up to the speed limit at speed and then brake just before it if you wanted to do it that way as well, if you're running tight on time. There we go, nicely down to 15 just as we hit it, so nicely timed. And to keep the power on a little tiny bit just to keep us at 15 mile per hour. Putting that power on and off just to keep us at 15. And then brake in. Doors open. So yeah, I am enjoying this. I'd be interested to see what the scenarios are, how many there is. I haven't looked at them yet. So this is just a route really. We're just doing a couple of timetable routes, a couple of timetable runs, should I say. And yeah, I mean, that's, I guess, the gist of the stream tonight. We'll probably just finish off with these next couple of stops and then see where we're at. 2 stops left for this one. Again, we've got a bit of time just until we actually need to now set off, so a bit of a time to reflect on this route. I'm enjoying it so far. I think the price tag is perfect at $14.99. Well, it's actually underpriced, really, but I'm certainly not going to complain about that, that's for sure. We've got salon lights on. I'll switch them on. They should be on. And even the internals here are very nice. Guard panel. Too sure what that does. It doesn't seem to let me control that, but we're ready to make a move now anyway, so we'll head back down here. We'll close, we'll do this, and then we'll lock the doors. It's only a 10 mile per hour speed limit here, so looks like we've got a red light coming up in a little bit, but firstly a stop before that. That whistle will be for safety as we come into the single track. Again, the acceleration, just really nice pick up to it. You see the ground level off there. Again, I've never seen that in Train Sim World. Do have a station coming up though, so I'm going to hit the brakes. Start to slow us down here. Just going nicely here, hit the brakes now. We may have overshot this one a tiny bit. Or it might just be about right actually. Oh, there we go. About right. Just popped a trophy there. Train Sim World 2 Rookie. Don't know what that means. So say I do play this game quite a bit on Xbox, but for some reason my account hasn't transferred over to PlayStation. Not too sure why that is. Whether that's common. It's the same login details, so it should work. But yeah, for some reason I'm classed as a rookie on this version and my points are really low. My level's really low, even though it's quite high on the Xbox version. So I'm not too sure what the deal is there, but yeah, it is what it is. I'm not really fussed, to be honest with you, about the levels. I mean, you don't get anything for it anyway, so it doesn't really count for anything. Again, there's a collectible here by the looks of things we'll have to get at some point. Let's lock the doors and get ready to set off. I think we've got this next stop's potentially our last stop, I think. And away we go. I think this will be our last stop, guys. If you've joined me for this live stream or you are watching the replay, I really appreciate it. Please do leave me a like. If you're not subbed to the channel, I'd love it if you do that as well. I do regular live streams and videos each week, and often do shorts as well, which are clips of the live streams, but sometimes clips of videos as well. It's funny moments, interesting moments that maybe you won't see anywhere else. Sometimes show outtakes as well. I do have an outtakes video coming up, which will be a lot of fun. A short, should I say. It will at least feature one outtake from a game that I was playing the other day. So yeah, guys, thank you so much for joining me. Thank you for watching, thank you for subscribing. I really do appreciate it. And this will be our last stop. Hope you've enjoyed the trip. And we'll hopefully get this one right. We've got a 15 mile per hour speed limit coming up and a red light, so we'll take this really easy. It's the last one, so we do not want to fail at this point, that's for sure. Nice bit of brakes. And this will be the end of the line, guys. Just let it roll up to the marker. And we'll get the doors open. We ourselves will stretch our legs for just a moment. If we can actually get the door open. There we go. Nice little collectible there. See, there's another one here. And we knew that we saw one further down, but look. It's the end of the line as well here. Nice little red marker there to let us know. And we're going to lock the door, and then we're going to basically just finish this off, guys. So I just want to thank you again for joining me. I really do appreciate it. I'll catch you guys again soon. Another silver medal. I'll catch you guys soon. Take care.